Greetings, brothers and sisters. Hello and welcome back to Eva's House of Spirit. For those of you who are new to this channel, I am Eva, and we have come full circle. I'm making kitchen videos again. Anyhow, so I apologize in advance. The lighting in this video is horrible, and probably the sound, probably a lot of the quality is going to be kind of but you know what? I'm here, so it is what it is. Somebody told me at work just a few days ago, one of the greatest pearls of wisdom that I think anybody has told me in a while. What was going on was I was kind of annoyed because I found out that somebody that I don't have a problem with was talking all kinds of crap about me. And I was like, I can't believe this person, this and this and that. And then this other person that I was talking to, another coworker, was like, listen, the best advice I ever got in my whole life is don't care what people think about you. Just don't care. Because somebody's going to critique everything you do. Just do what you're going to do. And it is what it is. Some people are going to love it. Some people are not going to love it. It doesn't matter. Just do what you do and just keep it real. That's all you can do and you'll be fine. And this person was like, if you don't have haters, then you're probably not doing something right. If you have haters, you're definitely doing something right. So, to be honest, I kind of jumped back into this. I didn't really have a plan. I don't really have a plan. I just thought there's no way to start but to start. Like I said, and I think it was my last video where I was all like, oh, somebody crapped in my Cheerios and I can't do this. And all that kind of stuff, and I'm having such a hard time. Yes, I am laughing at myself, but I did say it. There's no way to, I think I said it in that video, or am I thinking of some other thing I said at some other time? Anyway, you can't really begin unless you begin. You got to begin somewhere. That's the point. So I don't have a plan, but I just thought I'd come on and wing it. I mean, it is what it is. That being said, let me make a cup of Sanka, and then we're gonna come back, because I do have like a vague idea of something I want to talk about, but I need some Sanka. Right now I'm still microwaving the water for my Sanka, but I wanted to say something before I totally forget about it, because it's just something that came to mind, and I think it kind of matters. What's really funny is before I made this video, or I started making this video, just a little bit ago, I was feeling feelings of like procrastination and like, oh, where do I begin and all this stuff. And then suddenly I find that now that I'm beginning, I have like all this energy that I didn't feel like I had like 20 minutes ago or whatever before I started. It's so funny. Like, I feel like I'm back in my element. And so I guess the reason I'm even talking about this, the reason I'm throwing in this little tangent, is to remind you all that sometimes when there's a thing that maybe you love to do, and let's say like somebody yucks your yum and they're like, don't do that, and then they give you a horrible feeling about it, maybe the best remedy for that is just to do it again anyway. And just to do it in a way where you just don't care what anybody thinks. You're just doing it because you want to do it. You're just doing it to do it. You don't care how it comes out. It's not about like any keeping up with the Joneses crap. It's not about any kind of performance anxiety or anything. It's just like, I'm gonna do it because this is what I do, and you're just gonna do it. And you're gonna find that when you're doing it, it sounds so crazy. How many times am I gonna say do it? No, but you're going to find, I think, just like I'm finding now, that when you jump into something in this way, you sort of get back in your groove. And it's great. Okay, so now I have my Sanka, and I have my Elf bar in watermelon cantaloupe honeydew. It's actually kind of nice. I totally quit smoking, by the way. A little side note. I was a smoker for probably over 20 years. stopped smoking. I only vape now, and I'm perfectly happy. To continue down my little tangent, if any of you feel like you can't stop smoking and you really need to stop smoking, I'm just going to unofficially, because I'm no doctor, but I'm going to unofficially suggest try what I did, start vaping, and trust the vape, because you can do it. You know what else I should show you? For those of you who kind of stuck with me through like the whole journey of this channel, I should show you Nixie. I bet I'm going off on all these tangents, and I apologize. And the reason I'm going off on all these tangents is because we have not had an exchange in a while. So I'm trying to catch up. You know what I mean? I'm trying to catch you all up to where the hell I am now. Let me grab Nixie for those of you who have been around a while. Let me show you what Nixie looks like these days. Hang on a second. Nix, come here, baby. Yes, little. For those of you who remember her when she was a kitten, she's a big panther now. Look at this. She's huge. She's absolutely huge. Okay. I think she's feeling a little camera shy. Maybe not. Say hi, Nix. You remember when Mommy first put you in the camera when you was a baby? Say hi. Say hi, everybody. It's been a while. Okay, go play. She wasn't feeling it. I could kind of feel her claws coming out. She was like, Mom. Anyway, okay. Enough tangents. I think it is time that I start trying to talk about this subject that I have no notes for. I have no specific plan for. I just thought I would talk about prayer. I know, that's such an odd topic. But, like, in a way, it's an odd topic. I mean, I guess prayer is not... prayer doesn't have to be orthodox, now does it? You can be spiritual, you can pray very freeform and very, like, non-dogmatically. I guess, goes without saying, right? Well, anyhow, what inspired this idea of what to talk about, this whole prayer theme, was this book. Try to, like, there we go. That way you can see it a little bit better. It's called The Universe is Calling by Eric Butterworth. And let me read you the blurb. It's a great book. Okay. The call of the universe is the call to come up higher, to take charge of your life, to release your imprisoned splendor, writes prominent Unity minister Eric Butterworth in his revolutionary guide to the power of prayer. Butterworth believes that prayer is not just a liturgy for Sabbath use in a holy place, but a vital technique for living a healthy, successful, and joyous life. Writing from a non-theological, non-ritualistic, prescriptive, Butterworth begins with a brief history of prayer and its primitive roots. Deeply spiritual in the tradition of Ralph Waldo Emerson, he asserts that in order to be fired with God's presence, one must break with the God of tradition and turn from the God of the intellect. God becomes not a person to whom we pray, but a principle by which we live. God is in an allness in which everyone lives as an eachness. God is within you as a presence, an infinite resource to be harnessed and expressed. So we do not pray to God for help or about things. We pray from the consciousness of God. This is not to say that amazing and unbelievable answers do not come through our prayer efforts, but they come not by setting aside natural law, but by fulfilling the laws of the universe as we harness them through our consciousness. It's a really cool book. Oh wait, it's not done. I didn't realize it continues on the back cover. I apologize. Butterworth's method, to continue, Butterworth's methods, oh my God, give me a second. Let's try again. To continue, Butterworth's methods, oh my God, Butterworth's methods answer the impulse to pray. I'm sorry. Let's try it. Okay, fourth times the charm. Butterworth's methods answer the impulse to pray and the yearning for meaningful ritual with simple and practical techniques for relaxing mind and body. I'm sorry, I can't stop laughing. That was the most ridiculous, ridiculous attempt. I couldn't say Butterworth's methods for some reason. Anyway, I lost where the hell I was. Let's try that again. 5th time's the charm. Sorry. Butterworth's methods answer the impulse to pray and the yearning for meaningful ritual with simple and practical techniques for relaxing mind and body centering. Wait, whoa, I did not read that right. Oh my God. You know what? F it. F it. Never mind that. I'm just going to say, okay, so it's a book about prayer. And it's talking about, as it said in the beginning part, God's not this dude in the sky. He's not an old white-bearded dude who's going to answer your prayers. It's not necessarily even a he, okay? It's a consciousness. It's an allness. It's an eachness. It's a force. Star Wars. No, I'm just kidding. It's a force. It's this all-permeating thing. I like to think of it as life. Life. The spirit of life. But anyhow, so yeah, like, Eric Butterworth basically talks about, like, when you pray, instead of, like, being in this begging, please, can I have this kind of, like, way, instead, this author is saying, relax yourself, become still, find that part of you inside that is a part of God, because everything, we're all God, I'm God, you're God, we're all God. If you're alive, if you're part of life, even, well, technically even things that are dead are part of God. Wouldn't they be? Anything in existence? If it is, then it is. So, anyway, as I was saying, you relax yourself. You come to a still point where you are sort of you are in the consciousness of being a part of the all. And then, with calmness, with assuredness, not fear, you let the thing that you're praying about sort of be in your consciousness, be in your mind, whether it helps for you to visualize it or to, just think about it, or to feel about it, or to whatever you need to do about it. You're not fixating on the problem. However, you want to fixate on what it is that, as if it is happening now, is what you want to see. So if I'm in this state, okay, I'm relaxed. I'm at that still point. I am feeling myself as a part of the greater all. I am connected with everything. And then in this state, let's say I'm looking for prosperity, for money, okay, let's just say, I would feel financially secure. I would raise up those feelings inside of myself of financial secureness. I might visualize images in my mind that I would associate with financial secureness and abundance and everything being fine. All fears aside, not feeling any fears, not feeling any worries, not like, oh my God, how am I going to pay this bill? Like, none of that. Just feeling like, I'm good. I'm good. And then, like, once you let yourself have a few minutes of that, of feeling, like, very in the moment, secure, just really, like, feeling the thing you're looking for as if it is, with no fear, just knowing it, trusting it, like, letting it up and out to existence and the universe, just letting go and letting God, as they say. Once you do that, then you want to say, to sort of close out your prayer session, some statement of affirmation, whether it is Amen, whether it is so mote it be, whether it is and so it is, or something, you would say aloud to yourself, or if you're in a situation where you're with people and maybe it's awkward to say it, you can think it. Some kind of statement of intention to sort of seal it, to sort of seal that in. So that's how it would be done. in a nutshell, as I understand it after reading this book. But yeah, the book, once again, it's called The Universe is Calling by Eric Butterworth. And I'm sure you can still get it somewhere online. Oh, and you know how they usually have like a title and then like a subtitle? Is that title? Subtitle? Is that the right way to say it? I don't even know. But it's The Universe is Calling, Opening to the Divine Through Prayer by Eric Butterworth. Okay? So yeah, I wanted to mention that book. But then, what is the whole point of prayer, right? That's another thing. It's just another means to an end. It's another means of manifesting the reality that you're looking for. But here's the thing. I'm sure you've heard people say, God helps those that help themselves. I believe that's true. You know, it goes back to all that acting in accord kind of stuff that people say too. If you're familiar with the sort of, with this whole, well, if you're on this channel, maybe you're a little familiar with it, but like metaphysics in general, you know, people say things like, you know, when you do any kind of magical work, you know, act in accord to what you're doing so that you're sort of flowing along with what it is that you're casting for. You know, if you're a religious person and you just believe in just the power of prayer and you don't mess around with any kind of like manifestation in a deliberate sense, you're not casting magic. You're not seeking to manifest things through the means of magic. Like some people just utilize prayer. It's another way to manifest things, okay? That's why when I spoke about the methods that were illustrated in Eric Butterworth's book, I mentioned, you know, you're relaxing, coming to the still point, feeling yourself as part of the all, you know, feeling the situation as you seek it to be, without fears, without doubts, without worries, without trying to figure out how you're going to get there. Just trust in the process. And then making your statement of affirmation. That is all the means, another means of manifesting, you know. And maybe, you know, you might tweak it up. You know, there's different methods for relaxing. There's different methods for coming to a still point, a sort of almost like meditative point, like a very just receptive point. There are going to be different methods for each of us for bringing up that sense in ourselves of feeling at one with all of, whether you believe it to be creation or existence or just whatever, you know, however you feel that, however you bring that feeling up in yourself, it's going to be different. Yeah. Whatever your statement of intention after you're, you know, sort of bringing your mind and your emotions and all that into focusing on the thing you're looking for as if it is currently. And once, you know, you make your statement of intent, you know, there's going to be different ways to do that. It's not so much, you know, all roads lead to Rome is what I'm trying to say. That's not so much the thing. But essentially, this is just another means to manifest what you're seeking. There was also another point that was interesting in the book. There's a chapter about how do you pray for other people. And in a nutshell, what I gathered, what I understood in reading that chapter is basically Eric Butterworth was saying, you need to let go of worrying about other people. Because when you worry, you can affect the situation in a not good way. You can inject negativity, obstacles, problems, etc. You know what I mean? And you don't intend to, but you can because you're worried. And you're freaked out, like, for their well-being. Like, if someone's in the hospital, you're like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I hope they're well. I hope they're going to be well. Well, like, you might, in the back of your head, you might be, like, thinking all these horrible scenarios, you know, like, you don't want to do that. You don't want to inject that into their situation. So sometimes the best thing to do is to just let it go. Just let it go. Just focus on something else. Trust that everything will be all right. You know? And, that's just another thing I wanted to point out. Like, there was also that point brought up in the book. I suggest you, if you're interested in this topic and you're interested in what I'm telling you, get the book. Look for it online. Buy yourself that book. Get the book. Read how Eric Butterworth describes this, outlines this, everything that he has to say about it, because I'm giving you my understanding of the book as I interpreted it through reading it and just from memory now. But I mean, it's probably invaluable for you to, what is that one core principle of chaos? Trust first-hand experience over second-hand knowledge, right? So, being that that's one of them, if you're into following the 6 core principles, let's remember that one. You might want to get the book for yourself. That said, I think this is all I want to talk about for right now. This is all I'm going to talk about for right now. But I'm going to make an effort to come back soon and make another video. I'm going to try to make videos regularly. I make no promises. Life gets crazy, but I'm really going to make an effort to be more in the moment and present and like returning for exchanges with you on this channel. And I'm going to do my best, okay? Please bear with me. With that said, I'm going to wish you all blessed be and ashe. Stay awesome. And until our next exchange, bye-bye for now.